We've got somebody who has to go all the way to Opera House. So we're going to let her go to Opera House. Her name is Jenny Butt, and I want you guys to give it up for her. Come
on. So some of you know that I'm an artist, right? So whenever I'm traveling, foreigners always ask me, why do Indian goddesses have so many hands? So I tell them that it's like this. Indian men expect their women to cook, clean, look after the house, have a career, look after them, make their babies, look after them and their parents and their relatives, and then they complain about feeling pressured with responsibility. Indian goddesses also have their tongues sticking out. And it's not just because they're very tired, it's because they're very, very angry. They're wondering how they let themselves fall for this kind of a deed. And of all the weapons that they carry, the tongue is the sharpest. It makes them invincible. No man or god has any defense against nagging. More about females. We have a cat at home. Her name is Mimi. And this is what I've learned from her. If you're nosy, you're nosy. Be yourself, irrespective of what everyone else says. It is okay to sleep for 8 hours at a stretch during the daytime. It is okay to stare at someone for 10 minutes at a stretch without blinking. Never mess with anyone who controls your food. It is okay to be female and shed hair. If you need affection, demand it. Keep your nails very, very long for the times that your demands are not met. You can have an attitude from hell and carry it off. So what if you have a furry bum? You guys also know that I'm perpetually on a diet, right? All the regular comics know this. Right. So now the toughest part of this is that you have to eat less of everything. So if you're having 4 rotis, you can have only 2. And if you're having 6 pani puris, you can have none. So when I'm very angry about this, I have rice. I can have 4,000 grains of them. Now I'm Gujarati, so I'm always accused of being a food racist. That's because I'm biased towards sugar. So in my defense, I have to say that Karela and Dudia, they're minorities on my diet, but I always give them reservation on my plate once a week. I do not discriminate based on the texture of their skin. I don't like to hurt their delicious sentiments. And so if I see another advertisement with a naked burger on it, I swear to God I will burn down some McDonald's outlet. Right there. I don't like the fact that French fries have to be so thin just to look good. My dietitian is my oral police, and she saw me one evening at the park with a chocolate pastry very close to my face. I was instantly taken away, fined, and threatened with several diseases. Doctors, by the way, are like in-laws. You can't live with them, you can't live without them. I have a theory about them though. I think that for most of them, patients are like sick bodies walking in and out of their offices, and I suspect that they remember them by the names of their illnesses. So it's like, oh, there's asthma, she's breathtaking. There's spondylitis, he's a pain in the neck. There's piles, he's a total pain in the neck. And like writers, they have opinions. And unlike writers, they can kill somebody just with their opinions. So, have you ever wondered why each of them has a different solution for any one problem? It's science, right? So why is there so much guesswork involved? And then you remember, they're practicing. And that's very, very scary. That's my side. Thanks.
Jenny Butt, ladies and gentlemen, has nothing to do with the Mahesh.